Hello, folks. I am back, and this time I'm here to talk about my top 5 suppressor host pistols. As you see in front of you, this is my Dead Air Ghost 45M, and I've been having a lot of fun with this. I've been using various different pistols, pistol caliber carbines on this, and it's very versatile. What I want to do is show you my top 5 pistols that I think will make a great suppressor host. And I'm going to start with right now my Glock 41 MOS. Now, this is not just limited to just this particular firearm. I believe that the Glock platform is a very good platform for using suppressors. As you see here, this is a KKM barrel, and it's threaded. And I do like the KKM barrels for if you want to replace your Glock barrels. So this is a very good barrel, especially if you want to use it as a for your suppressor attachments, etc. And with the Glock platform, I've been really pleased with the see not just only on this one, but I've shot other Glocks like a 19 and also a Glock 17 with a suppressor, and they seem to do very well right out the box. You don't have to change any springs. You just put the suppressor on, and it shoots very well with no malfunctions. And unless there's at the minimum, you might get maybe one if that happens. But for the most part, I've only seen maybe one malfunction, but usually no malfunctions with the Glock pistol on when you put a suppressor on it. And like I said, I'm very happy with how that works. So let me go over to the next firearm. It's going to be number 4. Number 4 is going to be this particular firearm. It is the Sig Sauer 1911 Scorpion. This is a discontinued model, and I want to just bring out to you, this is not just limited to just this particular model. This is the only 1911 that I have that I can use a suppressor on. The 1911 platform in general is really a good platform to use a suppressor on, especially when you have that 230 grain round going in at a subsonic speed. It makes it ultra quiet when you use this Ghost 45M. So I'm really happy about this. The only negative that I'm going to say with this particular firearm, if you get a 1911 and you want to use a suppressor on it, you definitely will have to have like suppressor height sights. Now, I'm not in a good position to line this up, but the way the suppressor is in conjunction with the circumference of the suppressor, it may come above your iron sight. So you might be want to be aware of that, and just probably if you don't have a choice, use a little Kentucky windage on there to determine where your shot placement is going to be. And I had the other firearm out here, which was a Glock 41. This one has the optic on it. So if you don't have suppressor height sights, if you have an MOS or the MOS system that will hold an optic such as a Holoson, etc., you'll be able to see above that sight line so you'll be able to shoot your suppressor, so you'll be able to get at least a decent target acquisition. Like I said, the 1911 is a great platform to shoot a suppressor with, so that is number 4. Number 3 is going to be this one. This is a great suppressor host. This is, of course, the Beretta M983. M983. I really like shooting this. Again, even though it does have somewhat high sights, I still can get better target acquisition with this, but I would like these to be a little higher. But this, as a suppressor host, is excellent. Whether you're using 115 grain, 124, 147, this has no malfunctions whatsoever. So when you use a suppressor with this, you're not going to have any malfunctions at all. Uh, at least in my experience. Again, depending on the size of your suppressor, you might not be able to get the view of your iron sights. And of course, they Beretta just came out with the new M9A4, which is a newer version of this. It's the upgraded version. The difference is it has a space for where you can put an optic on there. So that might be an option if you already have one of these. You're pretty well off to use a suppressor, but even better if you are looking to shop for a Beretta. The latest one, which I think is very good, is the M9A4. So you'll have that optic that you could put on here so you can see above your suppressor. Moving over to number two. Now, number two is probably one of my favorites to use a suppressor on. This is the Sig Sauer TacOps. This particular model firearm, it has just been discontinued, and it's kind of funny that with Sig they keep bringing things out for a few years and discontinuing. I was talking with Smash Time, and he had the TacOps 1911 version, and I had the TacOps 1911 version. He's informed me that particular firearm is going to be off its website. I said it was still on the website. Surely a week later, or a couple weeks later, Sig made me a liar, and it is off the website. So now with that, I went on the website. This version, the TacOps, the 226 TacOps, is not on their website anymore. I don't think they're producing this. But in any event, the classic line SIGs, whether you have a 226, 229, or anything of that nature, this makes an excellent suppressor host. Now, this is the slide I has the optic on it. When I originally got this it came with the regular slide that did not have the optic, so I just ordered the slide, popped that on, and I can interchange this between this slide with my Legion and this. I go back and forth. So this makes a great suppressor host. The good part is you have these really good suppressor height sights or co-witness sights for your optic. And this is probably my favorite one because I can see these sights very clearly with the suppressor on. So that would be probably a great option to make sure you have suppressor height sights. And if you find any of these TacOps out there, I highly recommend you grab these because they come with 321 round magazine. Now, my number one favorite suppressor, and it took me by surprise because I was very partial to the 226, is going to be this one. This is going to be the SPO1 Urban Tactical version. I think I got that in the right order, but this is the SPO1 Tactical Urban Gray. Originally, this is the regular color that it's in. I sent this off to Cajun Gunworks to get the slide done with this type of multicam on there, and they installed the Vortex Venom on here, and they put a suppressor height front sight. There's none in the rear because the way this optic is, doesn't allow you enough space to put a backup sight on here. The internals on this particular one has the excellent Cajun Gunworks trigger. This is one of their best triggers that are in there. All this in conjunction with this suppressor makes this a very smooth shooting firearm. As you know, this has the inverted slide rails in most of your CZ75 models. And all this does, it comes back flat, very flat and smooth. So this makes a really, really good combination with a suppressor, and that, again, there were no malfunctions with this at all. And it became a really big battle between the TacOps and this because shooting both of these are very, very smooth. But when it came down to a decision, I went with the CZ 75 SPO1 Tactical. here, and it is a very good suppressor hose. I recommend if you, I shot this prior to having the trigger change up in here, and I really think with the upgraded trigger and with this, with the combination of suppressor, it's a really good match made in heaven. So at this point, I'm just going to cut this video short. I just wanted to let you know what are my top 5 suppressor hosts are. In the future, I have some threaded barrels on order, so for my other firearms. So I'm going to see how that works with, let's say, with the PDP and maybe my PPQ 45. And of course, one of the other firearms that I have would be the HK 45. I do have a P227, but I thought it would get redundant to mention that because it's pretty much the same platform as the TacOps. All right, with that said, happy shooting, stay safe, #2A.